Hey you guys, I keep doing this freaking stupid video. It's just too long, and so when I load it into YouTube, it loads, and it loads, and it loads, and won't finalize, so I'm going to have to talk fast. Just wanted to give you the whole saga of what happened with my surgery. We got there at 5. We were supposed to be there at 5:30, but traffic was low. It took us 2 hours to get there, so we had to leave at 3 in the morning, which I hate getting up in the morning. Ugh. And so, I don't mind being up in the morning. I hate getting up. I hate getting out of bed. But I'm okay once I'm up, you know. So, anyway, we got there. They took my blood, and we went into a little room, and the nurse says, okay, take off all your clothes and put this gown on. I'm like, I'm having my period. She goes, well, you can't wear anything in there. No tampons, no pad, no nothing. I'm like, oh, crap. So, she did not bring me a disposable hospital sheet protector thing. She brought me a small quilt, which was odd, you know, for me to sit on and protect everything. And so then I was like, ugh, you know. And so then we went to the anesthesiologist came in, and I got to tell you, he came in like this, and I'm thinking, oh, he smells like booze. I hope that's mouthwash, because I'm thinking, great, my anesthesiologist is drunk. Oh, fine. I've got a drunk anesthesiologist, so what do I do now? Do I say to him, hey, dude, you drunk? And piss him off? You don't want to piss off your anesthesiologist. Last person you want to piss off, right? You want him in your court. So I'm thinking, oh God, what am I going to do? Well, the nurse told me that he was not going to be doing the anesthesia. He was only overseeing that there was going to be a nurse anesthesiologist, a nurse anesthetist, who was going to oversee it. And he was about 30, 35, and a male. So I'm thinking, that's cool. So he came in and wheeled me into surgery. And Donnie, I'm saying to Donnie, my husband, I'm like, bye, honey. And he's not paying any attention to me. And I'm thinking, what the hell? He's not paying any attention to me. Hey. He's looking at the nurse. And I'm thinking, come on, I'm the one going to surgery. And he, turns out the nurse was giving him a thumbs up behind my back and pumping me full of happy juice. So, oh well. And I finally said, hey, bye, Bubba. And he's like, bye, honey. I said, see you later. And he's like, yeah, I'll see you later. I'm like, okay, finally, someone's paying attention to me. And then I'm thinking, oh, great, now I've got this 30-year-old or 35-year-old anesthesiologist, and he's too darn cute, and I'm in a stupid gown, and I weigh 300 pounds, and I'm having my period. Oh, I'm such a sexy thing, you know. Well, I came out and went into recovery, and the recovery room was a very strange place. It was very dark, except almost like a spotlight or something, and I kept seeing a nurse. She's about 50 or 55, and she kept moving in and out of my vision, and every time I saw her, I would be like, hi. I was kind of coming in and out of the anesthesia, and so I wasn't sure what my reality was. And so every time I saw her, it was like I'd seen her for the first time. I said, hi. And she goes, hi. You're doing really good. Here's a piece of ice. She stuck a piece of ice in my mouth. It was one of those ones, the long tube ones, you know, that was like crunchy. And I chewed it up because I didn't want to die because a piece of ice got stuck in my throat and I couldn't breathe, you know. So, but we did this about 5 times. Every time I saw her, it was like I'd never seen her before in my life. And I waved at her. Hi. She's like, hi. She stuck a piece of ice in my mouth. It was like Pavlovian, you know. I was like, oh, ice. I'm so happy. And, but I knew that I was okay because they said they would not give me water or ice after 9 hours of having nothing. They wouldn't give me water or ice unless I did well on the anesthesia. So I guess I did good. So they put ice in my mouth, and I was so happy. They took me into my room, and in there, they got me up to get me walking. And I started hung on to my little IV thing, you know. I'm walking along and everything, and all of a sudden I went, you know. And I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna hurl. Crap, I don't want to hurl. And so I'm like yelling at Donnie, get a pillow, get me a basin. So he brought a pillow, brought a basin, and I stuck the pillow over my gut, and I had the basin. I'm like, hurr. Nothing there. I was dry heaving, which I'm not sure if it's better to dry heave or to wet heave, I don't know, or to just puke, because, you know, if you're puking, then you got stuff coming up, and that's nasty. Dry heaving is kind of clean, and it's okay, but it hurts, you know. So I took my little walk and came back, and I had lots of different types of tubes. I've got to hurry up. I've got different types of tubes, and I had one going into my nose. I had one coming out of my nose. I had a grenade for drainage. I had a monkey tail, which is a gastric tube, which I'll tell you and show you later. And I had a catheter. Turns out the thing coming out of my nose was hooked to the wall and a pump that pulled whatever fluid out of wherever it was coming from, my stomach or wherever, and incision site or something. And the NG tube went down my throat and into somewhere in my stomach, and it hurt. Oh God, did it hurt. Well, they finally took it out at about 5 in the morning, and every time I swallowed I could feel it, you know, and the only thing that kept it from really hurting was ice, so I was just eating ice like a crazy girl. And so they finally took it out, and they pulled it, and they started pulling. Have you ever picked your nose and had a really long booger? Okay, now don't tell me you didn't. You've never had that happen, because everybody's picked their nose. If you say you don't pick your nose, you're a liar. So it was like when you pick your nose, you have a long booger, one of those snot balls, you know. So I could feel it coming up from my stomach all the way out. He pulled it, and it popped out, and a little bit of blood, wiped my nose, and I was good to go. But, oh, my throat felt so much better. And after that, they took the catheter out. Then they brought me a glass of water with blue dye in it, and they had me sip this water, and it was so good. It wasn't that it was good. It was that it was wet. In fact, it was really quite bitter, but it was wet and it was cold. And what they do is when you drink that blue dye, if it goes into that grenade, they know that you have a leak. So that's how they test for leaks with your surgery. I thought, well, that's very cool. You don't have to go do an MRI or CAT scan or whatever the heck they do, that they used to do, or my doctor used to do. Instead, you just drink some blue dye. So, anyway, they took everything out of me except for except for my monkey tail, and sent me off to learn how to take care of my monkey tail. It's a gastric tube. It's a rubber hose coming out of my stomach, so I can put medicine in or extra liquids in so I don't dehydrate. And also it allows gases to escape out of my stomach so I don't blow my stitches in my stomach, my old stomach. And I went in, and it was a group meeting, you know, of all the people that had that surgery, had gastric bypass by Dr. Jawad for that day. And I was looking pretty good compared to the other people. They were not looking good at all. In fact, they looked really bad, to tell you the truth. But after that, they packed me up and sent me home. So right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I am still taking my pain medication, which helps tremendously. But the big thing right now is choking down protein shakes. I hate protein shakes. I hate them with all of my heart. It's not that they taste bad, it's just that they're a little too sweet, and it's like 3 a day, and I'm like, ugh, you know, oh, talk about your dry heaving, right? Well, anyway, so that's just kind of what happened with me on my gastric bypass journey. I'm 8 days out now, so, and I got my hair cut, and I went out today for the first time, so I'm feeling pretty good. And anyway, that's it. Getting all my water down, eating 3 times a day, 3 shakes, And that's my story. We'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.